Uranium plant explosion in Russia sparks nuclear radiation fears.
This post received a score of 6,900, with an upvote ratio of 95%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Is what leaked. It turning into hydrofluoric acid in contact with your eyes, mouth and lungs are the main danger.
If it condenses into a liquid and makes contact with skin, it will also decalcify your bones and destroy deep tissue.
Indiana Jones style.
We talking wrong Grail or opening the Ark?
Ark of Covenant, aka Face Melter.
That shit fucked with me a bit when I was a young kid. At the time I think that was the most gore I had ever seen. I loved it, but it was unsettling seeing people melt like that, haha.
The practical effects were really cool for that. If I remember correctly, they made wax heads and filmed them under a heat lamp.
Greater than a cylinder with depleted uranium hexafluoride was depressurized. While not healthy to the well-being of anyone near it when it released its contents, there shouldn't be any significant risk of significant radioactive contamination spreading thanks to the more dangerous isotopes already having been separated out, since it is depleted.
Also, while the enriched stuff is radioactive, it is not the nasty stuff, typically shorter half-lives. This would have natural radioactive elements in concentrated form, which is an entirely different thing than man-made elements, e.g. fission byproducts. It is, however, poisonous AF. Not disagreeing, but that's different goalposts. It's not the radiological disaster the headline implies.
Depleted uranium, while not being an healthy chemical to interact with, is not dangerously radioactive.
That statement is true of uranium in general, unless it's an artificial short-lived isotope. Natural mined uranium is not notably more radioactive, nor is enriched uranium in fact, unless it's too highly enriched and you put enough of it together to fission. But that's not radioactive decay, it's something else.
I would rather be exposed to the uranium than to the fluor involved. Fluor is scary.
Yes, and uranium hexafluoride that is used in the enrichment process is very dangerous as well. Has nothing to do with radiation, it's just a dangerous chemical, it's a gas and you don't want to be around it. The interesting thing is that sulfur hexafluoride, which has an identical structure, is actually quite safe.
Very reactive atom fluor when forming compounds can need a lot of energy to kick out of its compound. Same thing with oxygen that is crazy reactive tend to form very stable oxides because the energy needed to split them is high. Stable compounds means in general less dangerous for biology.
I'm not a chemist, but yes, my naive guess would be that in SF6 the F is too tightly bound, while with the larger and heavily screened U atom the bond is much weaker and the F will happily dissociate if it finds any other favorable molecule to bind to, such as your skin and eyes.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.